Yo, let's give him praise.
Anybody want to praise the man?
Who came out? Adonai. Y'all get that? Ooh. Now back to the point that we saw glory and we beheld his glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Now a lot of theologians will tell you Apostle Jones is leading y'all down some strange rabbit trail. Listen to me closely. When Yeshua was with Peter, he tells Peter, Peter, we're going to have to pay this tax. He says, watch this, Adonai comes out of Yeshua and tells Peter, go do what you're good at doing. So when he tells Peter to go do what he's good at doing, Peter's good at fishing. He says, go fishing, Peter, and the first fish on your hook that comes into the boat, open their mouth, and inside of the fish's mouth, there will be gold enough to pay your taxes and mine. Say there was a need. Who met the need?
Adonai.
Adonai is who?
Yeshua.
The glory of God. The Word. Who is the Lord of glory? Yeshua, connected with Adonai, is Yeshua HaMashiach. Y'all got that? He is the promise of Isaiah 9 and 6. Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. He shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of what? All of that in a bag of chips. Hallelujah. So when you talk about Yeshua, you're talking about something far deeper than the word we use for Jesus. All right? Now, I hope y'all got that. Verse 15 says, John actually bare witness of him and cried, saying, this was he of whom I spoke. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. Now, stop it. Mary had a baby 6 months after Elizabeth had a baby, right? So listen, if Mary had a baby named Yeshua 6 months after Elizabeth, and Elizabeth, who is John the Baptist's mom, has him 6 months before Yeshua was born, clearly Yeshua was born after John. But John says, he bore witness of him and cried, this is he of whom I spake, that he that comes after me is preferred before me. Why? Because he, that word should have been capitalized, was before me. Not that Yeshua was before me, but what was in Yeshua was before me. Y'all get that? Because clearly Yeshua doesn't come into play until Yeshua is actually conceived in the womb of Mary. Say pulchritude. Say flesh. So when John and his mother and them, they had their time of, conception, that was 3 months before Mary was actually conceived. Is that right? So therefore, it wasn't that Yeshua was before John, but what was in Yeshua was before John. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's how we know that what was in him was more dynamic than anything else that walked on this planet. This is why Yahweh had to actually remove the law from the stones, and not that he didn't want you to do what he wrote on tablets, on stone. He wanted to now show you how to do what he wrote on stone. Listen, don't lose this, because what he wrote on stone, the people lost. And then they tried to come back and remember the letters that were written on stone. And the letters that were written on stone were too harsh to deal with, because after Israel disobeyed those laws, lost those laws, then went back to recapture those laws from memory, the spirit of those laws was not with them. Help me, Yahweh. But when Yeshua showed up on the scene, the spirit of those letters not only gave them an immaculate reconception of what those words should have been, but he also showed them how to live it. Was that too deep?
No, sir.
Did you get that? You get that?
Yes, sir.
Did you get that, sir? Did you get that, ma'am? Did you get that? Did you get that, ma'am? Sir, did you get that? I don't want anybody lost in here. I don't want anybody to misunderstand what we're talking about. The Spirit giveth life. The letter kills. That's why people fight with you and I today about the law. They say that what Yahweh gave to Moshe was the law. The law kills. The letter killeth, but the Spirit gives life. We're no longer under the law. We're under grace. Grace is a spirit. Duh. Ignorant person, that means unknowing person. No disrespect, that means unknowing person, not knowledgeable enough. The grace only comes from the Word. So the Word is also spirit. The words of those letters have a spirit to them. But even if you just see the words out there and you have no relationship with the Father, then the spirit of those letters do nothing for you. If you don't have relationship with the Father, but you got religion, then those words will kill you. But if you have relationship with the man, author of these words, then the Spirit, through your relationship with the Father, on those words will not kill you, but they will give you life.